5 years have passed since flight PS752 was shot down by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Today, you will witness 5 years of stories of crime, lies, struggle, longing, resilience, and anger, through the voices of survivors in the Families Association and the videos that will be shown. Any semblance of closure is only possible with the revelation of the truth and bringing the culprits to justice. Since the tragic shooting down of flight PS752, today, January 8, is recognized as the National Day of Remembrance for victims of air disasters. Unfortunately, in recent weeks, several aviation tragedies around the world have occurred, reigniting the pain of PS752 families and plunging millions into shock and sorrow. The downing of Azerbaijan airline flight 8243 by the Russian government and the Muan airport crash in South Korea have claimed dozens of lives, leaving survivors in an uncertain state for years to come. Today, on the National Day of Remembrance for Victims of Air Disasters, please rise if you are able to, and join me in observing a moment of silence in memory of the victims of Flight PS752, Air India Flight 182, Ethiopian Airline Flight 302, and the 2 flights from Azerbaijan and South Korea. Thank you. Please take your seats. I thank Gulrukh Aminian for her performance at the beginning of our program today. My name is Pega Solari, and I am here as a volunteer for the Association of Families of Victims of Flight PS752. As your host today, I welcome and thank you all, families of victims, dignitaries, VIP guests, friends, volunteers, and members of different media for being here today. I'd like to acknowledge that we are gathering on lands that have been home to First Nations peoples from time immemorial. We acknowledge that what we now call Richmond Hill is on the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas, of the Credit Nation, First Nation, and the Mississauga and Chippewa nations of the Williams Treaty. We also recognize that we are on part of the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee and the Huron-Wendat. We also like to acknowledge all First Nation, Inuit, and Métis peoples from across North America, also known as Turtle Island, who now reside in the city of Richmond Hill.